Can you believe that almost all men confess they don't really understand what makes them fall in love with a woman? It's quite surprising, isn't it? But imagine if I told you that as a Sigma female, you possess the ability to make any man fall for you. In today's discussion, we're going to uncover some secret techniques in dark psychology that can put you ahead in the dating world. Welcome, Sigma females. You are recognized for your strong, resilient, and independent nature. However, when it comes to romantic relationships, you might face some distinct challenges. This is where understanding dark psychology becomes useful. Dark psychology explores the more secretive and perhaps negative elements of human behavior. By learning about these aspects, you can better understand men's thoughts and use this insight to your benefit. As a Sigma female, you might have faced issues in your relationships, like being misunderstood, considered too independent or distant, or finding it hard to form a deep connection with men. But what if these hurdles could be tackled? With the help of some clever dark psychology tactics, you can overcome these obstacles and draw the attention of the men you desire. So, let's delve into the 11 dark psychology techniques that can help you make any man fall in love with you. Number 1. The skill of looking into someone's eyes. Looking someone in the eyes is a very strong way to communicate without words. When you keep eye contact with a man, it helps build a feeling of closeness and understanding. Try looking into a man's eyes for about 3 to 5 seconds at a time. Looking someone straight in the eyes is a very strong way to send a message without using words. It goes beyond spoken language and can express feelings, thoughts, and wishes better than words. When it comes to getting a man's attention, knowing how to use eye contact well can deeply connect and bring you closer. Learning to use this technique can improve how you interact with others and make you more attractive. As a Sigma female, making eye contact invites someone into your personal space, creating a quiet connection that might lead to interest and attraction. From a psychological view, eye contact can show that you are confident, honest, and open. Men often see steady eye contact as a sign of interest and involvement, which can spark attraction. On the other hand, not making eye contact might seem like you're not interested or are unsure of yourself, which could push a man away. To make the most of eye contact, there are some simple strategies to remember. Begin by holding eye contact for around 3 to 5 seconds. This length of time is enough to build a connection without making it awkward. After that, you can look away for a short moment and then look back into his eyes. When you look at someone, add a real smile. Combining a sincere smile with eye contact can boost the feeling of attraction. It shows warmth and makes the interaction more welcoming. When you are speaking with a man, keep looking at him to show that you are completely involved in the conversation. This shows that you are interested in what he has to say and helps strengthen your connection. If direct eye contact feels too intense, you can use quick glances. Look into his eyes, then away for a bit, and then back again. This approach adds a playful and teasing element to your interaction. While eye contact is often seen as a good way to connect in many cultures, it's important to know that some cultures view eye contact differently. Be mindful of these variations and adjust how you use eye contact. Using eye contact well can make your interactions more emotionally intense. When you maintain eye contact with a man, it can create a feeling of closeness that makes him more likely to share his personal thoughts and feelings, deepening your connection. Moreover, eye contact can bring out feelings of openness and trust. When someone looks directly into your eyes, it often feels like they are genuinely seeing who you are. This can help make your relationship more open and real, making it easier for him to develop feelings for you. Perfecting eye contact is crucial for Sigma females who want to attract men. By keeping eye contact for a few seconds, smiling sincerely, and showing interest in conversations, you can forge a strong connection. Remember, eye contact is more than just looking at someone. It's about showing your interest and fostering closeness. So, when you are with a man, don't overlook the power of your gaze. It might just be the trigger that starts a more profound relationship. Fascinating stuff ahead. Stick around for more. Number 2. The skill to charm someone. Flirting is a subtle yet powerful approach in dark psychology. By playfully interacting with a man, you can spark an atmosphere of fun and attraction. More than just playful interaction, flirting is an effective strategy in dark psychology to establish a playful and enticing vibe. When executed well, it builds a bond that makes a man feel valued and wanted. For Sigma females, known for their self-assurance and independence, becoming adept at flirting can make their dating experiences more thrilling and rewarding. Essentially, flirting is a light-hearted way of communicating romantic interest, involving playful teasing, casual conversation, and small, suggestive gestures that show you're attracted without being too forward. This method lets you show your interest while keeping things light and enjoyable. It helps ease tension and make social interactions more comfortable. Flirting is effective because it involves both people in a fun exchange. It brings a sense of thrill and curiosity, drawing a man in. Through flirting, you connect with his emotions, making him feel excited and captivated. Moreover, flirting can enhance the connection between you, opening the door for him to think of you beyond a friend. Gentle teasing is a fun way to show interest. It reveals that you're playful and can keep the mood light. For instance, if a guy talks about his favorite movie, you might playfully say, "Oh, is that so? Looks like I'm about to have a movie night with the pro." This method is light-hearted and encourages him to interact more with you. Being clever can be very appealing. A smart or funny remark can make the moment stick in his mind. For example, if he shares a story about a clumsy incident, you might reply with, "Have you ever thought about being a stunt double? You'd be perfect." This keeps the chat exciting and lets your true self show. Your gestures are very important when flirting. When you talk, lean in a bit, keep eye contact, and smile warmly. These small actions show you're interested and help bring you closer. Copying his movements can also make him feel at ease and strengthen your bond. The most effective flirting is when you're genuine. Being real is charming, so don't pretend to be someone else. Express your actual thoughts and emotions, and let your genuine self be visible. This way, you'll form a real bond. Flirting should be fun and light-hearted for everyone involved. If a man doesn't seem to enjoy it or looks uncomfortable, it's important to respect his personal limits. Step back and allow him some room. Flirting should never feel forced or awkward. When done right, flirting can create a lively and attractive atmosphere. This might make a man see you as someone who is enjoyable, interesting, and confident. Moreover, flirting can lead to more meaningful chats, as it encourages you both to open up and share more about yourselves. Additionally, flirting can challenge any stereotypes he might hold about Sigma females. It shows you can be both strong and friendly. By showing your fun side, you let him know that you're not just serious and independent, but also someone who loves life and treasures making lasting connections. Flirting is an effective skill every Sigma female should master. By playfully teasing, making clever comments, and using engaging gestures, you can create a bond and draw men in. Always be yourself and respect others' boundaries to keep flirting a delightful experience for both parties. So, let your fun-loving side show and see how you attract men into your circle. Have you ever tried this approach with any man? Drop a comment below and tell us your experience. Number 3. The technique of pushing and pulling. Show interest, then step back a little. This keeps him curious, always guessing your next move. The push-pull method is a fascinating approach used in relationships to keep things lively and full of curiosity. By showing you're interested and then backing off a bit, you keep your partner's attention and interest alive. As a Sigma female, this method lets you stay independent while building a stronger bond with your man. Essentially, the push-pull method is like a dance of attraction where you both give and take. Push means those times when you actively display your interest and affection. This could be through giving compliments, spending quality time together, or sharing your feelings. The pull is when you take a step back, creating some emotional space. This balance adds a touch of mystery, leaving him wondering about your feelings and anticipating your next actions. When you show interest, it's important to be sincere. This might be as simple as sending a thoughtful message, listening carefully during talks, or planning enjoyable activities together. For instance, you could tell him how much you liked a recent chat or express excitement about an event you both are looking forward to. These shared moments strengthen your connection and make him feel valued. After these close interactions, it's time to step back a little. You might do this by being a bit less accessible. Maybe you dive into your own hobbies or hang out with friends. This doesn't mean you vanish, but rather you create some breathing room. For example, if you've been talking every day, you could take a day or two just for yourself. This slight distance gives him a chance to think about your relationship and ponder your feelings. The push-pull method naturally sparks curiosity. When you show interest and then back off, he might start wondering, "What's going on? Is everything okay? Does she still like me?" This doubt can make him think more about you and what you both share. It keeps him alert, eager to figure out your feelings and what you're thinking. Although this technique can be effective, it's important to keep it balanced. Too much pushing might overwhelm him, while too much pulling away might make him feel ignored. Paying attention to how he reacts is key. If he seems puzzled or distant, it might be a good time to reconnect more clearly. Good communication is crucial with this strategy. When you pull back, still keep in touch. A quick message or a short call can let him know you're still interested. You could say something like, "I've had a lot going on, but I'm excited to catch up soon." This maintains your bond without overwhelming him. In summary, the push-pull method is a valuable strategy for Sigma females looking to keep their relationships lively and interesting. By switching between showing interest and stepping back, you keep your partner attentive and curious about what happens next. This balance not only builds attraction, but also deepens your emotional connection. Use this approach and watch your relationship grow with enthusiasm and eagerness. Intriguing. Now let's explore the next trick. Number 4. Copying someone's actions. Try copying your partner's movements to make them feel closer and more trusting of you. Have you ever noticed how some folks just seem to naturally get along? They joke together, laugh freely, and are comfy in each other's company. A little trick that helps them bond so well is called mirroring. When you mirror, you gently imitate the movements, gestures, and sometimes even the way the other person talks. This trick can really help in making a strong connection and trust with someone you care about. The reason copying works is pretty interesting. When you mimic someone, it makes them feel familiar and cozy with you. It shows them that you're on the same wavelength, both in feelings and actions. This can break down walls, letting the other person relax and be more open to forming a deeper bond with you. When someone feels they are understood and connected, they tend to trust more and open up about their thoughts and feelings. Begin by observing how your partner uses their body. Watch how they sit, the movements they make, and their facial expressions. Understanding these can give you clues about how comfortable and what they're feeling emotionally. Once you get a good read on their body language, start to copy it a bit. For example, if they cross their arms, you might do the same. If they lean in while talking, lean in as well. Remember, the trick is to keep it subtle. You don't want it to look like you're just copying them outright, as that might come off as fake or awkward. Along with their movements, notice the vibe of your chat. If your partner is bubbly and lively, match their excitement with your voice and facial expressions. On the other hand, if the topic is serious, act more reflective. Eye contact is a strong way to show you're paying attention. When they talk, keep looking at them to show interest. If they look away, you can look in the same direction too, making the conversation flow more naturally. Imagine you're at dinner with your partner. If they lean forward to tell a story, lean in a bit too. Being physically closer can make you feel more connected. If they laugh and wave their hands around, laugh back and move your hands similarly. These small acts of copying can create a feeling of togetherness and understanding. For instance, during a serious talk, if your partner folds their arms while discussing something important, you might do the same to show you're really listening and share their seriousness. Mirroring is a straightforward but effective way to deepen your relationship with your partner. By subtly imitating their movements and energy, you build a connection and trust. This can result in deeper conversations and a stronger emotional connection. The aim is to make a real connection, so use mirroring in a way that feels right and comfy for both of you. When done well, it can change your interactions and help you forge a significant relationship. Have you tried this before with anyone? Let us know in the comments. Number 5. Mastering how to compliment. Praise him honestly, yet in moderation. Be sincere with your words, and he'll value your opinion highly. When done correctly, giving compliments can be a very effective way to attract someone. It's not about giving fake praise, but about giving real compliments that truly strike a chord with the other person. As a Sigma female, you have a special knack for noticing and understanding others deeply. This skill lets you give compliments that are genuine and impactful. The secret to making your compliments work is to be honest. Instead of using common or cliché praises, choose something specific and personal about him. It could be how he managed a tough situation or his careful way of solving problems. When you compliment something that is important to him, it shows that you're really paying attention and appreciate his distinct traits. Although it's good to give genuine compliments, giving them sparingly makes them even more appealing. If you keep praising someone all the time, it might start to feel less special, more like a routine than something to be valued. By complimenting him just once in a while, each praise becomes something special and memorable, like enjoying a luxury chocolate. Too much can be too much, but the right amount is perfect and keeps you craving for more. To make sure your words come from the heart, think about what you truly admire about him. Maybe it's his great sense of humor, his passion for a hobby, or how kindly he treats others. When you share your appreciation, do it warmly and honestly. For instance, instead of just saying, "You're brilliant," you could say, "I have great admiration for your skill in finding creative solutions to problems. It's truly inspiring." When someone gets a compliment that's from the heart, it lights up the pleasure centers in their brain and releases happiness hormones like dopamine. This makes them feel good and connects that positive feeling to you. Also, Honest praise can boost someone's confidence and even encourage them to live up to the kind words. It's beneficial for both of you. When your compliments are sincere and not too frequent, they become something he eagerly anticipates. He'll start to link your presence with feeling recognized and valued. This builds a gentle longing for your approval and attention, making your words important and meaningful. Over time, this can strengthen your relationship as he grows more dedicated to maintaining this positive energy. Here are a few ways to master giving compliments. If he shows you his artwork or a project he cares deeply about, you could say, "I really admire how your creativity shines through in everything you do. It's so original." If he tells a joke or shares a story that makes you laugh, you could say, "Your humor always brings a smile to my face." If he's kind to others, you can express, "I'm really impressed by how you treat people with so much respect." In short, the skill of giving compliments is about noticing and valuing the traits that define him, while making sure your words are meaningful and cherished. By doing this, you not only enhance your bond, but also create a space where both of you feel appreciated and understood. Feel free to share your own experiences with giving compliments in the comments below. Number 6. Creating highs and lows in emotions. The idea of an emotional roller coaster means adding ups and downs to a relationship to keep it fun and lively. It's about mixing happy times with a few small disagreements to keep things interesting and to stay close. As a Sigma female, your independence and deep thinking help you handle these emotional ups and downs smoothly and genuinely. In any relationship, being too predictable can make things dull. An emotional roller coaster brings in different kinds of experiences that are like the exciting highs and challenging lows of life. It's not about causing drama or fights on purpose, but about building a relationship that feels full of life and energy. These changes in feelings can make the bond stronger as both partners really pay attention to and share each other's insights and emotions. Laughter is a great way to build closeness in a relationship. It helps break down walls, creates memories you both share, and builds teamwork. Laughing together can be through joking around, sharing funny stories, or watching a comedy show. It strengthens your connection and reminds you of the happiness you share, turning ordinary moments into special ones. Healthy relationships include some disagreements too. Minor conflicts can actually be good, as they lead to growth and better understanding. As a Sigma female, it's important to handle disagreements with openness and respect. Rather than seeing different opinions as bad, see them as opportunities to learn about each other's views. For instance, if you like different kinds of music or movies, don't just ignore his choices. Instead, have a light-hearted discussion about it. Ask questions like, "What do you enjoy about this type of music?" or "Explain what this song means to you." This encourages more meaningful talks and helps you get to know each other better. The secret to managing an emotional roller coaster well is finding the right balance. Too many low points can cause stress, and too many highs might make the relationship seem shallow. Strive for a natural mix of emotions, with happy times mixed with small, easily solved disagreements. This balance helps both partners feel stable and valued, even through various emotions. Add surprises to your daily life. Do something unexpected, like going out on a spontaneous trip or dancing together at home without planning. These surprises create unforgettable moments and keep things fresh in your relationship. Take part in fun challenges together, such as playing games or solving puzzles. These activities can bring laughter and a bit of healthy competition. Open up about your feelings. Sharing your sensitive side can make your bond stronger, adding depth to both the good and tough times. Creating an emotional roller coaster not only keeps the relationship exciting, but also builds resilience. Experiencing different emotions together deepens your understanding of each other's needs and limits. This active interaction builds trust and helps both of you grow both individually and as a couple. Essentially, an emotional roller coaster involves embracing the whole range of human emotions. It's about laughing together, handling disagreements gently, and valuing every experience that makes your relationship special. By doing this, you create a lively and satisfying connection that lasts. Number 7. The rule of being less available. Give yourself some space and focus on your own needs. This will make him miss you and appreciate you more when you're around. The idea of scarcity, an interesting psychological concept, suggests that we value things more when they seem rare or hard to get. When it comes to relationships, using this idea can make your presence feel more special to a man. As a Sigma female, showing that you value your independence and taking time for yourself can spark curiosity and desire, making your partner value you more. Think about when you spot something that's limited edition or unique. It stands out because it's not always available. In the same way, when you're not always around, you become more appealing. This isn't about playing games or being tricky. It's about knowing your value and making sure you prioritize your individual time and place. Being a Sigma female, you probably value your independence and personal passions. Be sure to make time for yourself. Take pleasure in your hobbies, hang out with friends, or just have some quiet time alone. This kind of self-care not only makes your life richer, but also enhances what you bring to a relationship. When you're engaged in what you love, you become more interesting and content, and this vibe is appealing. Taking time for yourself also creates little gaps in your relationship. These gaps can make your partner miss you more. For example, if you usually spend lots of time together every week, try cutting back a little. Use that time to relax, try new things, or chase your own goals. When you reunite, your partner will likely see the difference and cherish your company even more. Being less available can build excitement for the times you do spend together. Instead of always being around, plan your meetings with care. Perhaps arrange a special date night after a week where you've focused on yourself. This approach adds a thrill and makes your partner eagerly await these times. He will value your presence more because it feels special, not something that's always expected. When you're not around, it can spark curiosity and desire. Missing you might lead him to feel more deeply and connect with you on an emotional level. This longing makes him think about what's unique and important about your relationship. As he reflects on your time together, he may realize just how significant you are to him. However, it's crucial to strike a balance. You don't want to be away so much that it makes him feel forgotten or insecure. Pay attention to how often you reach out and talk, making sure your time apart seems deliberate and not like you're ignoring him. In essence, using the idea of scarcity in your relationship can greatly improve your connection. By valuing your own time and taking breaks for yourself, you introduce a sense of mystery and appreciation in your partner. When you come back together, he'll see your value and the happiness you add to his life. This method strengthens your bond and makes the relationship more rewarding and meaningful. Embrace your independence and see how it enhances your bond. Number 8. Showing your sensitive side. Reveal your softer emotions to build a closer bond and warmth. As a Sigma female, you might have learned to be tough and self-reliant, to keep your emotions and weaknesses hidden. But what if I showed you that opening up can be a strong way to draw men closer and deepen your bond? Being vulnerable doesn't mean you are weak or fragile. It means you are open and truthful about your feelings, fears, and wishes. When you let men see this side of you, you create a bond and closeness that's very appealing. Men naturally react to vulnerability. When a woman opens up, it awakens a man's instinct to protect, making him feel a strong urge to look after and safeguard her. This happens because vulnerability is a sign of trust. And when a woman trusts a man enough to open up around him, it builds a feeling of safety and security. Additionally, being vulnerable shows you have emotional smarts. When a woman is open about her emotions and shows her vulnerable side, it means she understands her feelings well and isn't shy about sharing them. This quality is very appealing to men because it demonstrates that she is confident and aware of herself. So, how can you let your guard down with men? Here are some tips. Talk about your worries and uncertainties with your partner and be open about what's troubling you. This fosters mutual understanding and empathy. Don't hold back your feelings, even the negative ones. This shows your partner that you're connected with your emotions and aren't afraid to share them. Show your vulnerability through body language. When you're with your partner, lean in, hold eye contact, and keep your body language open and relaxed. Be brave in how you interact. Show you're willing to be open and take risks in how you relate with your partner. This will bring a thrill and sense of adventure. Here are some ways to show vulnerability. I'm really scared about this new project at work. I don't know if I can handle it. I feel really lost when you're not here. I miss you a lot and feel unsure without you. I worry I'm not good enough for you. I feel like I don't meet your expectations. These phrases might sound simple, but they demonstrate a willingness to be open and vulnerable, which can forge a strong bond and closeness. Vulnerability is an effective way to attract men and build a deeper relationship. By sharing your vulnerable side, you create trust, safety, and a secure feeling that's very appealing. Remember, being vulnerable isn't about being weak or delicate. It's about being honest and open about your emotions, fears, and desires. So, don't hesitate to show your vulnerability. It could be the key to developing a more profound and impactful relationship with the men in your life. Number 9. The impact of physical contact. Touching someone gently can be a very effective way to draw a man's attention. By giving a light, subtle touch, you create a feeling of closeness and warmth between you and him. Everyone needs touch. It's a basic way we connect with others, express our feelings, and develop closeness. In attracting men, these gentle touches can forge a strong physical and emotional connection. But what makes touch so special? Whenever we touch someone, our brain releases a chemical called oxytocin, sometimes known as the love hormone. Oxytocin helps us feel connected, trusted, and bonded with someone else. This hormone isn't just for romantic moments. It also comes into play with simple, non-romantic gestures like a hug, holding hands, or a pat on the back. So, how can you use touch effectively to get closer to a man? The secret lies in being gentle and not too forward. Subtle touches are far more powerful in creating a bond and a sense of intimacy. Here are some ways to use gentle touch. Tap a man's arm or shoulder when you are chatting. While walking or sitting together, brush your hand lightly against his. When he is speaking, softly touch his hand or wrist. Give him a playful tap on the shoulder or back. Gentle touch is effective because it builds a physical bond without being too obvious. It's a method to grow closer and increase intimacy without coming across as too forceful. When you touch a man lightly, it shows that you are interested in him and feel at ease around him. So, how can you start incorporating gentle touches in your interactions with men? Here are some suggestions. Begin with small, easy touches, like touching his arm or shoulder as you talk. Watch his reactions. If he looks uncomfortable or moves away, stop and respect his space. Use touch to underline what you're saying or to show you are listening. For instance, touching his hand briefly while he talks can show you are really paying attention. By gently touching a man, you can foster a feeling of closeness and intimacy. This occurs because touching someone causes the brain to release oxytocin, often known as the love hormone. This hormone helps deepen feelings of attachment and connection. So, the next time you're out on a date, consider lightly touching his arm or shoulder. You might find this simple action to be surprisingly effective. Remember that comfort with touch can vary. Some might like it more than others, so always be mindful of their personal and cultural limits. Here are some instances of gentle touch in action. Imagine you're on a date and walking side by side with a man. As you walk, you casually brush your hand against his, forging a bond and a cozy feeling. Suppose you're at a party chatting with a man. When you tap his arm to highlight what you're saying, he turns, smiles at you, and feels a spark of connection and appeal. Picture sitting with a man in a cafe. As he speaks, you softly touch his hand. He looks at you and experiences a warm, intimate connection. Touch is a significant way to draw men's interest. By incorporating gentle touches, you can nurture a physical and emotional closeness. Start with simple, non-intrusive touches and watch how he responds. As you get used to it, you can use touch to deepen relationships and foster connections with men in your life. Number 10. Mastering the art of storytelling. Storytelling is not just an engaging activity, it's a profound way to connect with someone on a deeper emotional level. As you weave narratives about your experiences, dreams, or even the minor events of your daily life, you offer glimpses into your personal world. Think of it as opening a beautifully illustrated book about your life and inviting someone to read it. Your stories can range from poignant memories of childhood to exciting adventures you've had, or even humorous incidents that occurred during your routine day. The key is to convey these stories with emotion and a personal touch, which makes you more relatable and intriguing. For example, you might share a tale about the first time you tried skiing and ended up going backwards down the slope. Such stories, filled with personal triumphs or light-hearted moments, help to break down walls and foster a closer connection. As he listens to these stories, he not only learns more about your past and your character, but also feels a growing sense of familiarity and comfort with you. This storytelling creates a dynamic where he can see the many facets of your personality, enhancing trust and deepening the emotional bond between you. Number 11. Celebrating his achievements with genuine enthusiasm. Acknowledging and celebrating a man's achievements is a powerful way to deepen your relationship. When you take notice of his successes and commend him, it demonstrates your interest and respect for his endeavors. This recognition can be as simple as a congratulatory note on a job promotion, a toast to a personal achievement, or an enthusiastic celebration of a completed project. By focusing on what matters to him, you highlight his importance in your life. Imagine he's worked hard on a difficult project and finally sees the fruit of his labor. Your role in recognizing this, whether through a planned celebration dinner, a thoughtful gift related to his interests, or even a heartfelt conversation about his journey can significantly uplift his spirits. These acts of recognition not only make him feel valued and respected, but also encourage a supportive and loving relationship. Each celebration strengthens the bond you share, making him associate his happiest and proudest moments with you. Over time, these shared experiences of joy and accomplishment create a robust emotional connection that can be the foundation of a deep and enduring relationship. So there you go. Here are 11 clever secrets of dark psychology that can make any man fall in love with you. By applying these secrets, you can connect deeply with any man's hidden thoughts, fostering a strong bond and closeness. As a Sigma female, you're equipped with the charm to captivate any man you set your sights on. Don't hesitate to use these techniques to achieve your desires. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. If this video helped you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips on relationships and psychology. Also, if you've used any of these methods, tell us about your experience in the comments below. Make sure to watch our upcoming video, and for more on dark psychology, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.